Disappointing train.
Wait, I don't understand how come it's so long. Usually in the movie you almost die and you like having the train that is coming so fast, like pop, pop, pop.
That's the train. It's coming. It's right there.
Wait, so slow. No, man. Usually train is like.
That's in the movies.
You don't die with this. Wait, that's not badass. You don't show this in movies, no?
This is not to kill people.
Stopped. And there's literally people in front of it. Wait, the guy literally ride the train. Oh yeah, you don't die with this. Wait, the movies are fake. It was all fake. I was stressing. Yeah. I'm actually disappointed. Movies, you stuck in the middle, you're like, oh shit, 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 and then you have the train coming super fast, and then you got the superhero coming, and you know the movie with Will Smith, what is it called? What is it? Like that, and he saved the guy. The train was coming super.
Shut. Fires air missiles. Hand clock. The answer to the movie question is hand clock. Hey, was that movie based on anything? Like a book or graphic novel or something? The movie was fairly mediocre, but I thought the lore was kind of interesting. I read the title as Disappearing Train. I too was disappointed. The gift that keeps on disappointing. To be fair, this is only this train. The trains where I'm go as fast as the movies, and zoom by shaking everything. Well, they can indeed go faster. She's just unlucky her first train was this one, lol. The Union Pacific rarely comes by here anymore. UP has cut most of their jobs to local industry and have started a war on their workers. They do 80% intermodal or through freight system wide, and about 10% of manpower is left for local industry. Pretty sad to see them die out. This made me laugh way more than it should have. Wait, the movies are fake is just gold. Reality is often disappointing. Asian girl, speaking English with a French Canadian accent. Seriously, it doesn't get more Canadian than this. Resident of a tour here, this actually sounds very France French, and not really French Canadian at all. I have no explanation, but there it is. As a railroad enthusiast, I laughed at this. We just hired an ex-engineer after I laid him off. Been some interesting conversations, but he had a special word for train enthusiasts. It was surprisingly derogatory, but I can't remember it now. It was like cummer or spug. As a French speaker, I love how she tried to describe hand clock with random French sounds. Demo weedy wismiss. Anyone have the video of the disgruntled truck driver that was stuck at a crossing while the train went back and forth over and over again? Found it. Now that was funny. OMG, this was Suomi the first time I came to America. My boyfriend nodded his head in dissatisfaction and told me, why would you be so happy looking at the train? I told him it reminds me of anime, and he laughed so hard. Where are you from? It never even occurred to me that people from other regions may not see trains on a regular basis. I've dealt with them all my life as just an annoyance while driving. When I went to college, the town was split in half by a train track with no bridges to bypass it, and I swear the trains moved about as slow as this video, and were so long. You could easily be sitting there for 15 plus minutes. It was a common reason for being late. It really blew my mind, because the hospital was on the other side of the tracks as the college, as well as a good chunk of the residents, and I always wondered if a slow ass train ever blocked an ambulance so long that someone died. It's even more fun when the gates come down and you're waiting forever, then a maintenance truck comes rolling by at 5 miles per hour, and then it stops 200 feet from the road before backing up and heading the other way again. Where do they not have trains? Many places don't have train intersections in the middle of the busy streets. They have bridges or tunnels to avoid the traffic. That damned Canadian Pacific. No wonder everyone keeps blocking the tracks. Train is slow, so we block the tracks, which makes the train go slower in case the tracks are blocked. Then there's this that was satisfying. If she's disappointed by that, wait till she finds out that Superman died from a broken neck, but he can still run faster than a locomotive. Try any mountain towns in the Rockies, Banff, Jasper, Hinton, they're all going crazy fast. Yeah right, don't even live in the mountains and they pass through my town at 60 miles per hour plus. To be fair, there totally are trains that go as fast as she wants. Usually passenger trains are lightning fast if you live far enough from a station around here, and even cargo trains go at a considerable clip, just not as fast. Wait, that's not badass, had me rolling. She has a bit of a French accent, right? She's cute. I follow them on TikTok. Sue me. She is from Paris who moved to a tour with her French Canadian BF. Edit. She moved to Toronto. Tesla Model 3. Tesla noticed it right away. Why is it going backwards, lol? That's how they pick up or unload freight cars. They have to back into the destination siding. Or they could be backing into a rail yard. Wait until you visit Salt Lake City, Utah. You'll get sucked behind a train, only to have it stop for a while, then back up, then stop again, then continue, for like 2 hours. Sounds like you work in North Salt Lake. Good old working trains. As a lawyer, I once represented a couple of teenagers who were hit by a train. Trust me, there are very fast trains out there. This train hit just the tip of these kids' truck, but it caused the truck to barrel roll, totaling the truck, killing one of the teenagers and disabling the other two. The case really came down to whether the driver had been drinking, because there was an empty Bud Light can in the truck bed. It was a really stupid defense. You think she's disappointed now? Wait till she sees one that's like half a mile long going 10 miles per hour through the crossing. When they stop halfway through and then back up, all would have blown her mind. Lol. Don't forget to like this video and follow this channel to hear more Redditception.